We're going to hear from your future president. Sorry, get used to it, because not enough of Americans did what was necessary for us to never have to hear his voice again. And not enough members of Congress did what was necessary according to the 14th Amendment, Section 3, which effectively disqualifies him from participating in any current or future elected positions. But as my daughter said to me yesterday, she was like, so he's just not going to jail? Like, she's like, so that's it? And she's like, how did that happen? And I said, basically because white Americans decided not to make him go to jail. And they are still operating according, I know not all the whites. I get it. I understand. Not the righteous whites. But frankly, we're in a might makes right era. And this is really hearkening back to the beginning days of this nation, even before the nation was a nation, because the nation started as a business, started as a colony that was a bunch of businesses, and then it was like hobbled together into a nation. But might makes right is a Western European concept that essentially says, if I got the guns, who gonna check me, boo? Like, I know what the law say. I made the law, and then I can break the law because I got the weapons to support it. So yeah, to my moo pie, that's just what it is. But we are going to hear from him. He had a Trumpster fire of a press conference yesterday. We will not, over the next 4 years, be spending a whole lot of time dissecting what he is saying, has said, pretended to say, stumbled through saying. Today, we're going to do it because it is going to set a tone that we just need to be mindful of, because that man is going to have the nuclear codes. All sorts of greatest hits came up in the Trumpster Fire conference. Greenland, potential war with Denmark to seize Greenland. Not because Greenland's beautiful, which it is, but because Greenland has the minerals that Trump and elongated muskrat need in order for SpaceX to take off, for the phones that we use. And it might be easier to get them from Greenland than, say, I don't know, the continuing slave process that's happening in the Democratic Republic of Congo. But also potentially at war with Panama to seize the canal. Because according to Tommy Tuberville, who was a whole ass senator, if you don't have the canal, then America will have to go thousands and thousands of miles out of its way just to get something to the other side of the country. And I was like, do trains not exist in Tommy Tuberville's world? Like, getting on a boat from New York and going down the coast of South America around the tip and up the coast on the other side to the Pacific. That's the only, do he not do geography? But then again, he's a WEI hire, so intelligence is not required. And apparently forcibly annexing Canada is something that Trump says he wants to do, though he has no presidential capacity to do so. That is not within his presidential power. And then renaming the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. We're going to get into all of that. Mark Zuckerberg got zucked. I learned that phrase this morning listening to Dr. Greg Carr and Lamont King. Zuckerberg got zucked. And apparently y'all are all going to be the Zuckers, because the Facebook motto should be, because of the changes that they're making in order to ingratiate themselves to Donald Trump, who had threatened who had threatened Mark Zuckerberg with being tossed into jail for the rest of his life if he interfered with the 2024 election vis-a-vis Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg, who is facing a whole ass antitrust lawsuit that is like a really big deal. I'm confusing my billionaires. I keep wanting to say elongated muskrat, and I mean to say Mark Zuckerberg. So he's facing a whole ass antitrust lawsuit soon, like quickly. And so there's a whole lot of folks trying to do what they can to protect themselves and to protect their financial interests. But I do believe that the new Facebook motto could be come for the fun, stay for the dumb, because they're the dumbing down impact that we are about to experience in this nation. We thought misinformation and disinformation was a thing before. My God. It is going to be so important that we have a commitment to truth and honesty and reading trusted sources and remembering what that looks like. So lots